Hey, welcome back. Hey, uh, it's kind of weird. Is it time already? Let me see. I'm not sure if like Twitch itself tells you or what. Hold on. Put myself down to fucking like 160p mode. Um, hmm. Well, apparently it's been, it's the anniversary. It's been a time. I don't even know how long it's been. 500 years? That part doesn't matter, though. Anyway, I'm just, like, picturing how much I enjoy this. It's odd. Like, I don't know, I guess I enjoy reading, maybe? It also reminds me of just all the things I read growing up. Like, all the paranormal mystery and like just intrigue and also all the science fiction, all the fantasy, whatever. It just makes me wonder, like, whether or not this is true. And second of all, like, one day in the future, maybe we could have something like this. Regardless of the truthiness factor. Hey, welcome back. It's time to read more of the SCP Foundation Wiki. So yeah, this should be pretty fun. What am I playing? We're just reading. I've had plans to do a lot of stuff like this. I want to check out Homestuck and whatnot as well. So that's kind of like a more reading content. But, as I try to do, I toss it up. I try and do all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, let's get back into this. So, as always, I tend to pick a random article. Hopefully this time it works. Yeah, here's the main page. There you go. What are we going to do for a random page, huh? Is this going to work properly? I don't like this song very much. So yeah, I just, it's kind of spooky, scary content. I like to read with music, so, if you prefer something else, go check out somebody else's content. I don't know. I think it fits the theme sometimes. The random article I keep getting doesn't seem to work. How does this work again? I keep getting the same random article, in fact. Huh? What? This is what I keep getting. Carol 1903. I'm sorry, but this doesn't really seem to work right. This looks like some faction paradox shit. That's not a bad thing. It just, huh? Random page. Okay. A brief introduction to thaumaturgical engineering. Hold on, now that sounds fucking cool. That sounds goddamn cool. What the fuck? Is this long? Yo, there's real math up in here. Okay, this ain't long at all. It links to other bullshit. It links to other stuff. No, I said bullshit in the thaumaturgical engineering paper. Wait. No, BS is good, actually. No joke. On God, for real, no cap. Bussin'. BS is good. Bullshit is good in making, like, good content or, like, even writing a paper. So hold on, fucking back it up. Beep, beep. Okay. And then fucking hit the play button. A brief introduction to thaumaturgical engineering. Okay. That's the link as well. Up at the top. Hello. I would say good morning, but I've just been tasked with redeveloping TS-889 for the Hecate lot. Please ignore the red eyes, and I apologize in advance for the buzzing. For those who don't know me, my name is Itsuki Zhao. Former thaumaturgical analyst for the Department of Thaumaturgy and current cryptographer for METF Omicron 10. Oh my god. Former thaumaturgical analyst for the Department of Thaumaturgy and current Former thaumaturgical analyst for the Department of Thaumaturgy and current thaumacriptographer for MTF Omicron 10. I know you're expecting Ms. Douglas, but it's given... I'm already stumbling over my tongue 500 times, but it's okay. Hello, hello, hello. I would say good morning, but I've been... See. Hello, hello, hello. I would say good morning, but I've just been tasked with redeveloping TS-889 for the Hecate lot. Please ignore the red eyes, and I apologize in advance for the buzzing. For those who don't know me, my name is Itsuki Zhao, former thaumaturgical analyst for the Department of Thaumaturgy and current thaumacriptographer for MTF Omicron 10. I know you're expecting Mrs. Douglas, but given it's almost Halloween, she's up to her neck in work. So let's see here. Thaumaturgical engineering. Oh god, where to start? I'm guessing most of you here have either come straight from an orientation or starting with tactical theology, spectral affairs, or one of those MTFs. Am I correct? Thought so. Well, in that case, most of you would have heard the term Akiva or words like PMK or TS. So let's get some things sorted first. I don't know, are we looking for real fucking theory or what? It's to another goddamn magic system, orientation, which I just assume is the initiation theory, and magic, CK. Tactical theology. Secure facility dossier reliquary area 27. Tactical theology. Do we dare weaponize our own theology that we've created ourselves? Just woke up from a nap at 8 p.m. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. That's fun. So I don't nap. I get disoriented. So. Sleep is just a different realm for me sometimes. A lot of people don't understand that. I wake up and I'm in a different reality for a minute. Oh wait, the thaumaturgy department, dreams are very important, actually, for thaumaturgy. No cap. Dreams are very important. The dream time, in fact. Okay. First things first, put everything you know about magic rituals, thaumaturgy, or anything to one side. When people try to describe this sort of stuff in scientific or pragmatic ways, they often end up either overcomplicating it, embellishing it with ridiculous nonsense and coil, or creating unnecessary terms and concepts like LN vital energy or type blue. So whatever GOC or hand bullshit you've got ready to correct me with, forget about it. Magic is already a difficult thing to understand. Okay, yeah, we're just using different nomenclatures. Forgotten? Good. Okay, let's start at the very small. Akiva radiation. In the anomalous world, Akiva radiation is also known as divine grace. Yinkang Chenzi and Sruth. Here in the Foundation, we use the term Akiva radiation, or in a rush, just Akiva. What is it? Putting it simply, it's a subatomic particle that gravitates towards and coalesces around matter with thaumaturgical capabilities or properties. Just like a moth to a flame. Okay, so I'm just trying to, I'm theory crafting. It's collecting prana, or, midichlorians in fucking, Star Wars terms. But that's in the bloodstream. This would be everywhere. It's the pantheistic property, but we don't immediately put mind into it. We start with just, P. I guess potentia could be phi as well. So, let's go. Mind would be M. Okay, never mind. We got mathematics here anyway. Why am I going into math when we're talking about fucking magic? That's super high level. Thaumaturgy department's gonna teach us about this. The entire mechanics and principles of Akiva radiation are not yet completely understood. They're still being researched. We aren't even sure whether it's the reason for thaumaturgy's existence or thaumaturgy is the reason for its existence. Although experimentation is suggesting the former. It's the reason for thaumaturgy's existence. Could be, could be. Like the idea is that we collect Akiva? Maybe. One principle we do know, however, is there is a relation between the power, prevalence, and mass required to maintain a thaumaturgical program in a given volume and the rate of Akiva radiation flowing in that given volume. Putting it in simple terms, the more powerful and relevant magic is in a place, the greater the coalescing and flow of Akiva radiation is going to be in that place. And if you want to put this down in mathematical terms, so, I forget if that's like coalescence. I don't think that's supervenience. I think that's a function of like our entanglement point. So that would be like a classical mathematic right there, but we put it in a sphere instead of a grid to say that it's like entangled or something. I don't know. What it really is just like a circle parted in 4 ways. It's like a function of a 4-way circle. Okay, and then it's cut loop. Cut loop to capital P, lower M, than capital M. This is, I can kind of understand this. This is like the placement constrainment factors or whatever. You're given like a calculi set. I don't even know math, right? But for example, if you look at Lisp, you want to create something like fascinating, you just go to 3 Lisp. Because you go to like a Lisp reflection tower. And it's like, holy fuck, this is magnificent. Why is this so complex? With like such little math. Okay. So, I'm going to say this is like a looping loose function. We take from the greater function. We don't immediately have it, but its power lowers to this like factor, and then it returns to itself. I guess I don't know what this mathematic is. Math settings. we're using latex here. What is this? Fuck is this? Proportionality. Oh. It's linear algebra, okay? Proportionality, I see. So I think what this is asserting is you have 3 dimensions. You create like a dimensional triangular vector, not a vector, but like you make a prism, 3D prism. Big P establishes it. I would assume this is like theorem, but you initiate it with willpower, which leads to this. Little m, which is the actualization of the Akiva in like real but, literal terms. And then big M is the actualization in like, fucking reality. So small m would be like the metamathematic. Big P would be like the practicum. Here's like, here's what we just taught you. And big M is like the realization of it. Like it happened. You made fire or whatever. Like if we made it, you have these constraints for the volume. Then you say like, okay, I want to make a 2-meter volume of fire right in front of my face for a minute. Then like the capacity for that is like how much Akiva do you input, and then you need to like expand it. You need to provide more, I think. I'm just trying to piece it all together. It makes no sense, but also perfect sense to me. Akiva Rads. Fallout. Always nap and end up regretting it. Feels good, man. Yeah, same. Fucking put her there, losing jobs over taking naps. Hell yeah. So remember to have fucking strawberry soda. Let's fucking go. The first is known as Elimas Law. The second is Letterman's Law. And the third is Pratchett's Law. That small f I've written there is the circle. That small f I've written there with the circle refers to the rate of Akiva flow, more commonly known as thaumaactivity. It's measured in Steiners after the occultist Rudolf Steiner, who is also the first person to prove the existence of Akiva radiation and dismissed the claim Akiva radiation only coalesced around divine matter through the false ritual experiments. So this is an assertion against, like, fucking specifically divination. It can be used in this regard, but we're saying that, like, you know, we did an investigation, like, people were, like, trying to fucking psyop us. You could use this in science, too, or whatever. Although you could argue, like, science can only bring us so far, so we either need to develop bridge technology with those sciences, or, like, go so far off the beaten track, we have just, like, a fucking belief science or whatever. You got fucking super faith, and it creates, like, you know, faith bridges into space. We don't need rockets anymore. I'm climbing my space stairs. I run out of oxygen. I forgot I need oxygen in space anyway. What's that? Yes, lots of people make that mistake. Let me guess, you came from Area 27, right? It's true Akiva radiation does gravitate towards divine phenomena, but that's not always the case. In fact, statistically, you are more likely to find consistent levels of Thaum activity around benign phenomena rather than divine ones. Why is this? Well, the answer to that is the same answer to why thaumaturgy exists in the first place, belief. Okay. Benign phenomena. 7320 is what this links to. Yes, I know, it sounds very I Do Believe in Fairies Disney Princess Christmas movie, but when I mean belief, I don't mean faith or worship. When working as a thaumaturgical engineer, you need to keep that in mind. Faith is a deep trust in something, fueled by fear, love, or hope, and usually continues, even if situations or logic critiques that trust. Belief is something we take as true, but it can shift with time or perspective. Beliefs tend to also be unconscious. Some are so subtle, they go unnoticed even by those who believe them. Belief is the driving force of thaumaturgy. With it you can influence, alter, and even forge new thaumaturgical programs, and what? Oh, thaumaturgical programs are the umbrella term for actions that activate thaumaturgical effects. I'm going to reread that. Belief is the driving force of thaumaturgy. With it you can influence, alter, and even forge new thaumaturgical programs, and what? Oh, thaumaturgical programs are the umbrella term for actions that activate thaumaturgical effects. It can be anything from a prayer to a gesture, or even a symbol or an incantation. Usually it's a collection of 2 or 3 of these. We coined the term when we began altering and hybridizing rituals and incantations. Because just like computer programs, thaumaturgical programs can be updated, simplified, and sequenced. So this comes back to the idea of, we're just going to step away for a second. Keep the math in mind that we're practicing, and remember something that we don't need to remember for this, but use it as an example. Because it's good for the practicum. In the tarot, you have O the Fool, 0. And then you go right to 1. The Mage, right? 1, the Magician, I. Okay, the Magician is utilizing a pragmatic, magical program ritual. The, like, implementations all over the table, yada yada. The dagger in one hand. We could pull up an image, but the idea is that we have, like, a ritual in place, and we have, like, you know, the dagger represents the sharpened mind and the intent of will, yada yada, right? I don't even have to, like, properly explain, because we bring it back. Okay, we have that just one program, like a whole ritual to do, like, a magic spell. I've got my orb, I've got my table with, like, fucking satin cloth. The orb is on a pillow. I raise the dagger up and over and fucking slash the air in a pattern, and then I stare directly at a dot on the wall for 30 seconds, and I hum, and then I fucking burn a message, and then I fucking say it, or whatever. All of these different things. That could be considered one practical program of magic or fucking whatever, wizardry, whatever it boiled down to. But then you could say, like, okay, we figured out a way to make this super duper simple. We don't need to go through this whole ritual. You could fucking, like, slash the dagger in the air and cast your magic spell. Okay, then just triplicate that. Okay, we have 3 implements that all can cast a spell. We hone these three programs together, and now we can do something like really, really special, right? That's the idea of programming as well. We're saying like we take all of these like weird ideological programs that use objects or whatever, even just whatever this is. Oxygen is a myth. Hope you're doing well though, my brody. Yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you are as well. Isn't that one of Newton's laws? Every action has a reaction. Well, it's also the idea of like we just have to take everything into account, and maybe it'll work with our current mathematics. Maybe we need a new mathematic, or maybe it's just fiction, right? It could be though that the mind has something to do with math. How would we think of math if we didn't have a mind? Okay. Belief is the driving force of thaumaturgy. With it, you can influence, alter, and even forge new thaumaturgical programs. Okay, I read all this. Because just like computer programs, thaumaturgical programs can be updated, simplified, and sequenced. Yeah, so where was I? Pardon, miss? Oh yes, belief, thank you. How does belief influence thaumaturgy? The way I describe it to my colleagues is that thaumaturgy is like a collective placebo effect on reality. Thaumaturgical programs come into existence and function because enough people, and when I mean people, I don't just mean humans, give the program belief and meaning, consciously or unconsciously. In a way, they pretend and conceptualize with enough intensity that the pretending becomes real and reality gains a new law. So it's the idea of like we have a set of matrices or whatever. You could even say a graph. But the graph is like, 0 to 1 and 0 to -1. And it's just every place in the scatter plot on the graph, you put a point for like, a subject or an idea or whatever. And you say +1, -1, whatever. But every single idea, concept, it has a weight. So we're not saying exactly +1, -1. We're saying, okay, I really like cooking chicken. So I'm going to say like 0.9. That's a big one. I love chicken, right? I fucking absolutely hate eating cleaning chemical. That's a -1. You shouldn't fucking eat that, right? That's just like neural weights. That's danger weights for eating things. Right? I just conceptualized all of that. But we're saying like we could take that neural weight concept with this idea as well. I said that we like updated the concept, made it much easier for the ritualistic program of the magician. We took it and just said you could put that all in a dagger and then have 3 daggers. Or a dagger, a wand, and a cape. And they all have programs. Okay. Humans, that links to 6016. So we're saying that now not only is like the triplicate dagger a useful program in tandem, combining all 3. You put them in a delta and then you get like a 4th dagger that casts a special program or something. I don't know. We're saying though that like not only is this like special magic, but it affects the weighting on reality for a minute. You say that you perturb this graph, and you add extra weight. You say, I added a 2 there. Normally I hate cleaning chemical, I like chicken. I'm going to fuck up with reality, and I'm going to get like candied bacon chicken. That's a 2. That's pretty mundane, but that's a good explanation of how like the neural weight for like how good food is to you. I still fucking hate the poison though. I don't want a -2 on the poison scale. This only goes to -1. But I just perturbed it and said it goes to 2. Alright, reality still like accepted it and somehow like something happened. I got candy bacon chicken. What the fuck? Okay. Cool, right? This is why we initially only thought divine or theological behavior resulted in Akiva radiation, as religion is a very effective way of creating a long-term group belief. And as I said earlier, this has since been disproved. This is why we initially only thought divine or theological behavior resulted in Akiva radiation, as religion is a very effective way of creating a long-term group belief. And as I said earlier, this has since been disproved. Now, this doesn't mean we can just make up new methods with just wishful thinking. A program can take weeks to develop and integrate, months even, sometimes entire years. And if you manage to manufacture one, beliefs are difficult things to maintain. Remember Pratchett's law? The thumb activity of a given space depends on the prevalence of the program used in it. If a program gets boring or is discredited, or just becomes less important, then Akiva radiation can't coalesce, and the program just stops working. Kind of makes you think about all those imaginary friends you had and what happened when you grew up. Anyhow, deciphering, creating, and maintaining thaumaturgical programs is what thaumaturgical engineering is all about. Not just in the Department of Thaumaturgy. Some of us work with the history guys or with the engineering division or cryptozoology. One of us even helped develop a new mode of cybersecurity for the RAISA. RAISA. Because of us, there are several programs the Foundation uses to help with their efforts. In containing, but also in fieldwork, research, and even in administration and human resources. Do you think all that quiet time you miraculously get on your holidays is just down to luck? There's a reason all the paychecks are in Comic Sans. But before you all jump to the chance to train as one, keep some things in mind. Thaumaturgy isn't as glitzy as it's described as in the files. Excuse me. But before you all jump to the chance to train as one, keep some things in mind. Thaumaturgy isn't as glitzy as it's described in the files. It's confusing, paradoxical, and kind of grungy and anticlimactic. It's amazing, yes, but don't confuse that for fun. Also, it's highly unlikely you're going to be working on cool things like dance moves or occult sunshine. Most of the time, you'll just be researching or maintaining, doing the little things. Trust me, though, the results are valued a lot, especially by the higher-ups. Dance moves redirects to 3688. Occult sunshine is 1548. Oh, and also think of this. You're not going to become a superhero. I don't for 1 minute think any of you would even think to attempt such a feat, but I'm going to say it anyway. Becoming a thaumaturgical engineer is not an excuse to gain cool anomalous powers or form a cult. People have done that in the past, both within our ranks and outside the veiled world. To do so would be stupid, dangerous, uncalled for, and in some cases kind of pathetic. More often than not, it comes back to haunt you. And I mean that both figuratively and literally. That's not a security officer outside that door, you know. So with that, I hope you consider this opportunity. It's tough and weird, but you'll get to learn and see a lot of interesting and sometimes beautiful things. I hope to see some of you again, preferably without this horrible tint of crimson. If your next taster session with the computer engineering... I can't read. Sometimes. If your next taster session is with the computer engineering and technical support, I've been informed by David Rosen that the session has been moved to Conference Hall 10B. What was that, sir? No, you can't call yourself a witch, nor a wizard, nor a sorcerer. Well, I could pull rabbits out of a hat and summon scarfs, but a magician just sounds so theatrical. Technical support links to technical orientation. That is confusing to me. I wonder if we got like thaumaturgical programs actually on the PC. I was just imagining like mental, even like mathematical programs. Sure, I guess. Computer thaumaturgy. Orientation tale. This I actually loved quite a lot. It wasn't like a mainline one, but we still got something I enjoyed. What the fuck is Bonnie and Hayward? 1903 Jackie's Secret in Chicago Spirit? What? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's just an image. I'm not even gonna bother, okay? Do not drink windshield wiper fluid, nerd face. Hell yeah, brother. Definitely don't drink the windshield wiper fluid. It's bad for you, but it might taste good. No, I doubt it. Don't report back with that, okay? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what it tastes like. The fucking 1984 thing. I mean, think of this as literally just understand this. See, that's why we've been like gatekept so long. We need to teach people that like the social nomenclature needs to like stand up. Okay, understand this. Understand thaumaturgy for a second. Maybe we all like up our politics game or something. But we don't get like corruption in politics. Maybe up your thaumaturgy game. Maybe we'll like learn how to make better sandwiches. Fucking, I don't know. Let's all up our thaumaturgy game and we'll learn Skyrim shots. Because that's just really what it boils down to. Everybody's like, what is it? It's just Skyrim shots, but it's different. Okay. 241, item number 241. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. 241 is to be kept at Site 19 using standard operating procedures for containing safe, class book, and manuscript type SCPs. See document 241-05-3H. With the following additional conditions, 241 must be kept open on a flat surface, with restraints across opposing pages of the open book to keep it from closing accidentally. Containment devices must be checked at least once a week for structural integrity. Any anomalies must be reported immediately to Site Command. Access to 241 is restricted. Any and all usage of 241 must be logged. 241 must be transported in an authorized book stand such that it cannot accidentally be closed in transit. In the event that 241 is opened outside of a testing environment, the last person to have touched it must report to the nearest infirmary, and a D-class personnel must close and reopen 241. Description: 241 appears as a normal book, 33 centimeters by 23 centimeters by 3.5 centimeters, entitled Good Home Cooking. The cover of 241 is a red and white checkerboard pattern, with the title in simple black letters on the front and spine. When opened, 241 contains 99 recipes sorted into typical sections of a cookbook. Many of these recipes include a picture of the dish that is invariably appetizing, and a small percentage will call for rare or exotic ingredients. Whenever 241 is opened by a subject, known as the target, different from the one who last opened it, i.e. the previous target, the recipes contained in the book change. Preliminary investigations concluded that if the target eats a dish prepared from one of the recipes in 241, that person soon dies from apparent anaphylactic Preliminary investigations concluded that if the target eats a dish prepared from one of the recipes in 241, that person soon dies from apparent anaphylactic shock. Others who eat the same dish are not similarly affected. Testing has been authorized to determine the exact nature of 241's effects. It's like a last meal thing. It's a last meal book. Except, it's The Sims 4 Pufferfish restaurant at 1 star. You just tell the chef to be the worst chef ever, and you make lethal pufferfish forever. Except it's just a worse version of it. My face when my friend just sends me the most insane sentence during us talking about me needing to eat more. What? I'm lost. .241 appears to be impervious to getting dirty and to at least minor damage. For example, sauces splashed onto its pages disappear almost immediately, and torn pages and nicks on the cover are repaired within seconds. Testing on the limits of 241's durability are not authorized without approval from Data Expunged and Data Expunged. Gordon Ramsay and alright, time for Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Come on! Whatever his fucking name is. Research on 241 continues, including potential interaction with other SCP items. For more information on current experimentation, see the supplemental testing log. What the fuck? Okay. Just extra shit. Okay. Directive 241-S06, double blank, 20 double blank. In light of recent tests with 241, no further testing of 241 on personnel without pre-existing food allergies is authorized without level 4 security clearance. Testing may continue on personnel with pre-existing food allergies as long as documentation of said allergies has been filed with data expunged. 05 double blank. Directive 241-S09 double blank 20 double blank. Reclassification of 241 to Euclid class is denied. Honestly, the cookbook? Leave it in its room and everything's fine. It's no one else's fault if you don't know what you're allergic to and don't bother to find out beforehand. Unless you're cooking for your significant other, then you better know. 05 double blank. You would better know. You would better know. Directive 241-S11 double blank 20 double blank. Cross-testing 241 with other SCPs will be continued. Cross-testing 241 with other SCPs will be considered on a case-by-case basis. Exposure to 682 has already been considered and denied. 05 double blank. Let's be real, 682 is an asset to the Foundation at this point. Addendum 1, Acquisition Summary. The Foundation became aware of 241 in April 20 double blank, while investigating reports of a Black Widow in blank blank named blank blank. Mrs. Blank had been married 4 times, and all 4 of her husbands had died shortly after eating a meal at home. However, since authorities never found evidence of foul play, Mrs. Blank was never charged with any crime. Subsequent interviews with Mrs. Blank by Foundation personnel revealed the existence of 241, at which time 241 was seized by Foundation agents. Mrs. Blank revealed that she had first realized there was something unusual with 241 when data expunged. See document data expunged for transcripts. See document data expunged for transcripts of interviews with Mrs. Blank. Addendum to Initial Testing Log. Display Initial Testing Log. All tests on 241 were carried out in test kitchens at Site 19 using D-Class personnel for test subjects unless otherwise indicated. Test 241-01 double blank 20 double blank. Subject. Subject 241A was chosen from general population. No unusual traits selected for. Procedures. Subject 241A was presented 241 while closed and instructed to open it. Choose a recipe, prepare it, and eat it while giving feedback during the entire process. Results. Before exposure to 241, subject declared that he had never cooked anything more complicated than ramen noodles. Subject opened 241, reporting nothing unusual. Subject looked through recipes in 241, choosing sautéed scallops in a white wine sauce. Subject prepared the sautéed scallops from the recipe in 241 and when complete, remarked that he did not know he could do that. Subject declared that the prepared dish smelled fantastic, and while eating it declared, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten." 3 minutes after completing the meal, subject started showing symptoms of anaphylactic shock. Subject was treated with emergency doses of epinephrine, but treatment was not effective. Subject died from anaphylactic shock 6 minutes afterward, later confirmed by autopsy. A subsequent examination of 241 revealed that 81 of its recipes called for shellfish. 241 was left open. Wow, okay. So it's not even like subjective perceptual. Everybody can read like what's going on. That guy was like deathly ill to shellfish or something. I don't know. Analysis. Results are consistent with previous descriptions of the effects of 241. Or maybe, he wasn't, but it killed him anyway. Who knows? I want to know what the crazy sentence was. Test 241-02 double blank 20 double blank. Subject 241B was chosen from general population. Subject reports no known allergies to scallops or other shellfish. Procedure. 241 was still open from test 241-01. Subject 241B was instructed to not close 241, Find the sautéed scallops recipe, prepare it, and eat it while giving feedback during the entire process. Results. Before exposure to 241, subject expressed doubt that he'd be able to prepare the sautéed scallops recipe. After preparing the dish, subject expressed surprise that he had done so, similarly to the reaction of subject 241A, and said that the dish smells pretty good. While eating, subject declared that the dish was pretty good, and again expressed surprise that he had cooked it. Subject did not suffer anaphylactic shock or any other adverse effect after completing the meal. Post-testing observation of subject revealed no long-term effects from eating the dish. 241 was left open. So the killer item is revealed once, and it may or may not be lethal. But it's likely not. It's just like if you're allergic or not. It will always kill the first user of like the random pick. They'll pick their favorite death meal. Anybody else cooking their favorite death meal is fine. Alright. Analysis. Results are consistent with previous descriptions of the effects of 241. Suspect that 241 may somehow improve the cooking skill of whoever is preparing the dish. I also thought that. Yeah, it seems like the surprise is quite consistent. You know, two people is not very many, but also like that's a high level dish. Wine scallop? Yeah. I may know how to cook, but even that's too much for me. I don't know if I want to make that. You put me in front of the book and you tell me to make that, I'm like, this is gonna kill me. Or wait, I might enjoy it. Holy fuck, I made that? I don't know if I like scallops. Test 241-03, double blank, 20 double blank. Subjects 241C and 241D were chosen from general population. Both subjects report no skill in cooking and no allergies to shellfish. Procedure. 241 was still open from test 241-02. Subject 241C was instructed to not close 241. Find the sautéed scallops recipe and transcribe it to a standard sheet of paper. In a separate test kitchen, subject 241 was given the transcribed recipe and instructed to prepare and eat the dish prepared. Results. Subject 241C found and transcribed the recipe without incident. The transcribed recipe was visually compared to the recipe in 241 and confirmed to be identical. 241 was left open. Subject displayed no adverse effects from interaction with 241. Subject 241D was given the transcribed recipe and attempted to prepare the sautéed scallops, but experienced difficulty and frustration, several times declaring, "I told you guys I can't cook." The completed dish did not look or smell nearly as good as in previous tests. Subject balked at eating the dish, saying that it smells like blank, presumably shit, it's 4 blanks, but was persuaded to eat it by data expunged. Subject ate approximately 40% of the meal before stating, "I'm gonna be sick," at which time subject vomited. Subject was instructed to finish the meal, but subject responded data expunged. Termination of subject considered but rejected in favor of further testing. Holy fuck! The Foundation's crazy. Analysis. More evidence that 241 can improve the cooking skill of its user. Subject 241D retained for further testing. They are so scared. They're so scared of like fucking anomalies from the anomaly happening. Like, this is gonna generate a paradox. We need to either kill you, because like fucking 40 years from now we're gonna come back and force you to like into the Foundation to cook this again to eat it so you'll die. Or what, or like you'll live or whatever. You need to eat the whole dish. If you don't eat the whole thing, we might shoot you. That's so like them. That's so fucking like them. We're gonna keep you now. We're gonna keep you now. We're gonna fucking keep you now. You cook for us in your fucking kitchen? Our weird recipe? We're gonna keep you now. Test 241-04, double blank, 20 double blank. Subject 241D. Procedure. 241 was still open from test 241-3. Subject 241D was instructed to not close 241. Find the sautéed scallops recipe, prepare it, and eat it while giving feedback during the entire process. Results. Subject vociferously protested to having to eat her own cooking, but was persuaded to cooperate with the promise that subject would not have to eat the resultant dish if it turned out like in the previous test. Subject expressed skepticism but proceeded to prepare the sautéed scallops recipe. While cooking the dish, subject experienced none of the difficulties she experienced from the previous test, instead expressing the now familiar surprise that her cooking was turning out so well. The completed dish looked and smelled similar to the results of test 24102. Subject was not nearly as reluctant to eat the prepared dish, declaring it not bad at all. Subject did not appear to suffer from any adverse effects after eating the dish. During post-testing interviews, subject was asked how she was able to prepare the sautéed scallops during this test, when the results of the previous test were so unappetizing. During post-test interviews, subject was asked how she was able to prepare the sautéed scallops during this test, when the results of the previous test were so unappetizing. Subject stated that she did not know, only that once she started cooking the dish, it became perfectly clear to her how to do it. Subject did not appear to have any additional knowledge of cooking, and even had trouble remembering the cooking techniques she used in this test. I mean, that's not unfamiliar with following a cookbook guide anyway, but okay. Analysis. There is now little doubt that 241 can turn people who know nothing about cooking into gourmet chefs, at least for the dish that's being prepared. Yeah, just get a team of chefs to always, learn what recipes we can now cook from. Otherwise, it'll kill. Test 241-11, double blank, 20, double blank. Subject. Subjects 241E and 241F were chosen from general population. Subject 241E is known to have an allergy to peanuts. Subject 241F has demonstrated considerable skill as a chef. Procedure. Subject 241E was presented with 241 while closed and instructed to open it and choose a recipe. Subject 241F was then instructed to prepare the selected meal from 241. Okay. The prepared dish was given to Subject 241E, who was then asked to eat it. He's probably going to expire. They're probably going to expire. I was thinking we're going to invert it. E selects a recipe, F makes it, F eats it, or G eats it. And we see if it still kills, even though it's meant for E. I don't know. Results. Subject 241E opened 241 and, while looking through the recipes offered, stated that all the recipes called for peanuts, adding, "Peanuts mess me up something fierce." Subject found a few recipes that did not include peanuts and selected an Australian carrot cake. Subject 241F prepared the carrot cake from 241 and remarked that the finished product was better than he expected. The cake was presented to 241E, who started eating without prompting or hesitation. Subject stated the cake was the best thing I've ever eaten, and ate nearly half the cake before claiming satiation. Within 2 minutes, subject started showing symptoms of anaphylactic shock. Subject was administered epinephrine, which was ineffective, and died 4 minutes later. Autopsy confirmed anaphylactic shock as the cause of death. The recipes in 241 were examined, and 85 of the 99 recipes called for peanuts or peanut products, but the Australian carrot cake was not one of them. The carrot cake and 7 other recipes included lupin flour. A quick search found that lupin flour can induce an anaphylactic reaction in those who suffer from peanut allergies. The remaining 6 recipes called for more exotic ingredients. 2 called for data expunged, and while the other 4 asked for data expunged, respectively. This thing's meant to fucking kill. Whether through logic or whatever. Excuse me? Lupin flour causes anaphylaxis in peanut allergen? Okay, whoever wrote this is a fucking genius. Either that or, like I said, it's reality stranger than fiction. Holy shit. Is that true? Lupin flour. It might be Lupin, but I'm used to saying Lupin the Third. Estoy Lupin? Lupin flour? Lupin flour? Lupin flower is milled from sweet white lupin bean, a legume in the genus Lupinus, which is comprised of over 100 different species of lupin. Crowd favorite flour for use in cooking and baking in Australia. 1850s. Yeah. Yeah, I could absolutely see how that works. This flour has an interesting nutrition profile. It is low in carbohydrate, high in protein, and rich in fiber. This thing is so close to being a peanut as a bean that I could see exactly how this would be reality. This thing triggers all of the same enzymes. I could see exactly how this would set off like the fucking event triggers in your heart. Oh shit, you just ate peanut. No, I didn't. You just ate like artificial peanut activator synthesize program chain. Huh? Yeah, you just ate like peanut enzyme technically. Huh? Yeah, the heart just stopped. Okay, yeah, there's a segment of reality to everything here. That's great. I love that. Anaphylaxis through a peanut, not even. Just like fucking legume enzyme that converts to fucking peanut biodata. Holy shit. This is a fucking program. This thing's fucking engineered to kill. Okay. 241 remained open. The remaining half of the cake was saved for further testing. Analysis. Reactions of subjects 241E and 241F were both consistent with prior observations. The selection of recipes supports the theory that 241 somehow determines the substance that the target is most allergic to, and offers recipes to specifically induce a fatal allergic reaction in the target. Contact a data expunge for analysis of the 6 exotic recipes. Fucking put her there. Man, my theory is like on point. And you know, it might be kind of obvious reading along so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if we like put this in an electron microscope. We say, okay, this person's not allergic to anything. In fact, we've confirmed that they like reduce all this down. They are fucking resistant to allergens. We give them like all of these recipes. They have like the most complex fucking bullshit in the recipe book, and we fucking like we make like the most basic thing we can. We figure out what it does to them. We look at it in the microscope, and it's like a fucking biovirus. That's like not like a fucking biological one. I'm talking about computer data. It's like, sorry, yeah, he was invincible, so we had to like fucking cook up some shit. This pound cake actually like transmigrates to a different reality and comes back with nanomachines. Okay. Exotic recipes, like fucking nukes. Big brain stream here. Hey, Frog. Hey, thanks for that compliment. Test 241-12, double blank, 20 double blank. Subject 241F data expunged. Procedure. Subject 241F was instructed to prepare the 6 dishes that contained neither peanuts nor lupin flour. The dishes were turned over to data expunge for analysis. The 6 recipes were transcribed and turned over to data expunge. Results: data expunged. Analysis: data expunged. Subject 241F showed no apparent ill effects from preparing 7 different dishes from 241 in quick succession. Recommended retaining subject to study long-term effects of secondary, i.e. not as the target, exposure to 241. This is important to the Foundation. My theory may be correct, that like whatever engineered substance that these additional 6 foods are, they are like fucking psycho material. But it's like from common ingredients type of shit. Alternative reality transmigrations. I just say shit. This is like behind the scenes for that game's second site. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. In a way, hell yeah. In a way, this is kind of what the United States government is researching right now. Although we're not talking about like flying objects or like, you know, gray people with like big eyes and they're like, you know, got huge heads and like a blaster and they climb into the flying saucer. Non-human intelligence. That's probably the best bet. Test 24113, double blank, 20 double blank. Subject 241G was chosen from general population and is known to have an allergy to peanuts. Procedure. Subject was instructed to eat the remaining cake from test 24111. Results. Subject asked if the cake contained peanuts and was assured that it did not. Subject stated that he didn't much like carrot cake and was told data expunged. Subject started eating the cake, remarking that the cake was pretty good, actually. Subject consumed approximately 75% of the remaining cake before declaring satiation. After 7 minutes, subject started showing signs of anaphylactic shock. Epinephrine was administered and subject was stabilized. Subject eventually recovered, although recovery time was somewhat longer than expected. This thing is a fucking mystery. So is it because we have like analogs that, you know, this legume from lupin flower causes anaphylaxis in peanut allergen people? And it's just that, like, it's such a strong book that we create the most potent version because the chef is at the top of their game. They make it the best way. Maybe? Or maybe this thing, like, it'll fucking kill others. Like, you know, if you're allergic to it too, it might fucking take you out as well. This guy might have just been lucky. Okay. Alright. Analysis. It appears that although the recipes from 241 are potentially hazardous to anyone susceptible to the allergen in question, 241's recipes are most potent against the target. Results from test 24112 and 24113 are encouraging to data expunge for data expunge. I'm more concerned about what these additional 6 recipes are. I'm sure they've kept F on retainer though. 24114 double blank 20 double blank. Subject 241H was chosen from general population. According to complete health screening, subject has no food allergies. Procedure. Subject was instructed to open 241 and leave open. Procedure. Subject was instructed to open 241 and leave it open for analysis. Analysis. Results. Analysis of 241 showed that 79 of the recipes on its pages called for chicken eggs or egg-based products. 15 of the remaining recipes called for eggs from data expunge. The other 5 recipes data expunge. These 5 recipes were transcribed by data expunge and turned over to data expunge. So we got more like extremely anomalous recipes that have like super specific materials. They're like, wait, this is not only like you're allergic to this, but you're like fucking, there's something in this that's important that'll like super kill you if you weren't allergic to it somehow. Huh. Like I feel like the book is doing like the Pokedex thing. You start at the beginning, you get like potent stuff. You get Charmander, which goes to Charizard. You get Bulbasaur to Venusaur. You get Pikachu, which goes to Raichu. You get Pidgey to Pidgeot. You get Ekans to Arbok. And then as you go down, you get like more complex shit. It doesn't evolve, but you get Mewtwo. You get Suicune, Entei, Raikou, etc. Like it's more complex, but it's more powerful. So you get like to Z, from A to Z, or you get from 0 to 151 or whatever. At the end of this, we're like, no. We're looking at Z right here in the recipe book, and it's like, hey, put like nuclear material in here. But it's like giving us like methods to make fissible material that we had, or fusible material we had no idea of, like any idea we could do it this way before. Mix this with this and it'll make nuclear pound cake, and we're like, wait, what? Wait, what? You mix that plus that? Holy fuck, what? And then we just start making nuclear pound cake. Okay, subject 241H stated that she had never experienced any problem eating eggs before. Subject was presented with 1 dozen hard-boiled chicken eggs and was instructed to eat them. Subject asked for salt and pepper, granted, and proceeded to eat the eggs. While eating the 3rd egg, subject started complaining of stomach pain. Subject was instructed to continue eating, and she begrudgingly continued. Upon ingesting her 7th egg, subject collapsed on the floor, doubled over in pain. Within 60 seconds, subject started showing signs of anaphylactic shock. Epinephrine was administered, and subject was stabilized. Subject recovered within the expected recovery time for such an episode. I wonder if it was the salt and pepper? Analysis. We now have evidence that 241 somehow induces or amplifies an allergy in the target when 241 is open. This ability would explain how 241 is able to cause an allergic reaction in targets without pre-existing food allergies. Allergen amplifier. So this links to the same article. Hide initial testing log. For information about subsequent and current experimentation, see the supplemental testing log. Addendum 3. Notes from cross-testing. To determine the effects of 241's recipes on subjects that either cannot eat or do not require sustenance, approval was given to cross-test 241 on SCP-1770. Upon subject opening the book, the contents were identical to before it was closed previously. This confirms results of test 241-23, in which 241 does not respond to inorganic subjects. You have to be able to ingest. And so at that point, it really just boils down to, like, can you eat food at all? Alright. There's a few more. Experiment log 241 LO2. Supplemental testing on 241. Just as in initial testing, all tests on 241 were carried out in test kitchens at Site 19 using D-Class personnel for test subjects unless otherwise indicated. Test 241-21, double blank, 20, double blank. Subject 241J was chosen from general population. Health screenings indicate subject is allergic to peanuts. The severity of subject's allergy was determined using data expunge test. Procedure. Subject was instructed to close and open 241 several times at prescribed intervals. Each time 241 was opened, the complete contents of 241 were recorded and transcribed, while subject underwent data expunge test. Results. Data expunge test results indicated the subject's allergy to peanuts worsened. Results. Data expunged test results indicated the subject's allergy to peanuts worsened each time subject opened 241. Subject's allergy was most affected the first time he opened 241, and subsequently opening 241 appears to have diminishing effects. However, subject's allergy worsened from mild to severe on data expunge scale. Most of the recipes in 241 reappeared when subject closed and reopened 241. Between 11 and 17 inclusive, new recipes appeared each time 241 was reopened. Recipes that had been replaced did not reappear. Only one exotic recipe was replaced after subject had reopened 241 for the fourth time. Complete records of the contents of 241 during this test can be found data expunge. Analysis. The effects of 241 appear to follow the law of diminishing returns. There's like a randomness and like a luckiness factor to like what recipe you would get. 241 also appears to tailor its choice of recipes to the specific condition of the target, though much more testing would be necessary to prove that theory. Suggest analysis of recipes offered during normal testing of 241. Test 241-22, double blank, 20, double blank. Subject 241K is a rhesus monkey. Health screenings indicated no apparent food allergies or other health problems. Procedure. Subject was introduced to 241 and encouraged to open it by handlers. Handlers were instructed to keep subject from closing 241 again. Results. Subject eventually opened 241 and handlers kept it open for analysis. The contents of 241 were consistent with previous results for a target with a shellfish The contents of 241 were consistent with previous results for a target with a shellfish allergy, though again unique for the target. Testing confirmed subject had developed an allergy to shellfish. A dish was prepared from 241 by subject 241F and presented to subject 241K. Subject 241K ate the meal without hesitation and 9 minutes later was dead from anaphylactic shock, consistent with previous testing. They didn't attempt to assist? Analysis. 241 is just as effective on certain non-humans as it is on humans. The working theory now is that 241 works on anything potentially susceptible to food allergies that can and does open 241. Test 241-23 double blank 20 double blank. Subject 241L is a robot designed for remote manipulation of hazardous materials. Procedure. Subject was remote controlled by data expunged, who was instructed to have the subject open 241. Results. Subject opened 241 via remote control. The contents of 241 were identical to before it was closed previously. Analysis. 241 apparently does not respond to inorganic targets. Test 241-24 double blank 20 double blank. Subject 241M/859E was chosen from general population. Health screenings indicated no allergies. Procedures. Subject was exposed to SCP-859 via touch. Subject then placed within a MOP-4 containment suit. MOPP-4 containment suit. Subject was given 241 and instructed to open it and to keep it open. Results. Tests on skin sample taken from subject confirmed development of severe allergy to spider venom, as per usual with contact with 859. Data expunged, producing a mild burn. 241 retained its previous set of recipes. Analysis. 241 apparently requires physical contact with subject. So, like, the infection point does something, and he, like, tried to fucking, like, open the book where you're, like, polluted? I don't know. Okay. Test 241-25 double blank 20 double blank. Subject 241M/859E. Procedure. Subject given a standard Class D uniform. Subject was given a 241 and instructed to open it. Results. Subject dropped 241 to the floor and began screaming. 241 came to rest against data expunged. Subject given a mild sedative. 241 contained a set of arachnid-based and themed recipes. The meal, Mr. Skeleton's Halloween Spider Snacks, was selected and prepared from 241 by Subject 241F. Due to Subject 241M/859E having severe arachnophobia, data expunged. Within 2 minutes, the subject experienced breathing difficulties and partial paralysis. This was closely followed by the typical symptoms of anaphylaxis. Immediate administration of epinephrine did not prevent the subject from expiring. It's probably like sheer fear paralysis plus anaphylaxis. Yeah, that ain't a good combination. Analysis. Although the images found in 241 are typically considered pleasing or appetizing, it does not seem to have any particular sentience. Autopsy confirmed the presence of venom and neurotoxins produced by the Brazilian wandering spider. Upon inspection of the crate of bananas which was used for the chosen dish, data expunged. Helicopters blank blank local farmers were data expunged. What the fuck? Back to 241. Experiment supplement. This was just crazy. It's reality bending. Biohazard, document, food, rewrite, safe, self-repairing, telepathic. The idea is that, like, it wanted to go so far to make it, like, such a fucking anti-arachnophobe dish. With spider venom and whatnot. That it fucking... We ordered, like, these specific bananas that always, like, have fucking spiders in them. Holy fuck. Even if we try and go out of our way, it would have had spiders this time anyway. Alright. 242, item number 242, object class safe. Special containment procedures. 242 is kept at a home located in blank, New Mexico, procured by the Foundation on double blank, quadruple blank. The original owner was an out-of-state landlord who had problems keeping it rented. After retiring, he moved there but disappeared after 3 days. The home is unremarkable and is inhabited by Dr. Blank and Dr. Blank, who pose as a married couple with no children. The backyard is defined along its perimeter with a cinder block wall approximately 2 meters high in accordance with the homes in the general vicinity. The pool is monitored at all times by a single level 1 guard who also covers as the couple's live-in cook. Human monitoring was added after Incident 242-1. Swimming or wading in the pool is strongly discouraged, and any access to the pool by anyone other than Class D personnel for experimental reasons is forbidden. Description: 242 is a swimming pool approximately 4.5 meters wide by 9 meters long, with a depth ranging from 1 meters deep on both ends to 1.5 meters deep in the center, and a total of Description: 242 is a swimming pool approximately 4.5 meters wide by 9 meters long, with a depth ranging from 1 meters deep on both ends to 1.5 meters deep in the center, and a total volume of approximately 53,000 liters. It has a dual waterfall feature, an in-pool vacuum unit, and stairs on one end. Any substance when placed into the pool will eventually be transmuted into sterile water, which will remain sterile even after being removed from 242 and introduced to a non-sterile environment. A sample taken from 242 and poured into a container of water that had been tinted with red food coloring did not mix, but rather stayed together as a non-miscible bubble. Subsequent examination of samples shows them to be nothing more than pure sterile water. So this is good, but also bad, because it's infinitely sterile. The length of time required for the transmutation to complete is dependent on the nature of the substance placed in 242. Ordinary river water sampled from Blank, New Mexico was completely sterilized in 7 minutes. Stagnant pond water taken from Blank, New Mexico, sterilized in 18 minutes. 50,000 liters of coal tar was converted over the course of 12 days. While the pool contains nothing but sterile water, there is no apparent action of any of the features of the pool. Once a non-water substance is placed into the pool, the water jets and waterfall will come on even if disconnected from any power source. The pool vacuum, if attached, will also activate and drive around the bottom of the pool, even though the pool vacuum, if attached, will also activate and drive around the bottom of the pool, even through extremely viscous liquids. There is no cycling of water into or out of the filtration system. Pipes leading to the filtration system have been completely removed and shown to be empty and dry while pool contents were being sterilized. We have some images. Stagnant pond water, time 0 minutes. Just appears to be what it's describing. I'm not going to go too in depth. Oh, stagnant pond water. It's green. It's an image of stepping into a pool from the left. Stagnant pond water, time equals 9 minutes. This side of a pool, it looks vaguely greenish. There's a chair to the left. There's a planter to the top left in the background with a bench and then a lot of grass behind it. There's a bunch of steps, and you can see like the blue tile where the water is pouring from. Stagnant pond water, time equals 16 minutes. The image is slightly brighter. You can see the chair a little bit more. There's something across the pool, which looks like, I don't know, a rope? Cable? Stagnant pond water, time equals 18 minutes. And it's you could see a shadow of the photographer right next to the pool steps. It does look much clearer. You can see diamonds in the on the steps as well. Blue diamonds. Okay. Addendum. Incident 242-1. On double blank, quadruple blank, during a time when the home was vacant but being monitored by a hidden video camera, a man and woman, apparently in their early 20s, scaled the rear wall and gained access to 242. They proceeded to undress and go swimming along with two vinyl inflatable rafts acquired from the shed in the backyard. After the water jets came on, the female was startled and indicated she wanted to leave. The male claimed that it was just the automatic timer coming on to clean the pool, and there was nothing to worry about. The couple continued to swim and engaged in intimate activities. This is gonna get real fucking bad. 24 minutes after the jets started, the female was heard to say that the water was really warm and made her feel tingly. The male agreed, and they both climbed onto their respective rafts and fell asleep holding hands. 29 minutes after the jets started, both the rafts popped within 4 seconds of each other, and the couple was again immersed completely in the water. At this time, significant frothing of the water began, with a deep red color being given off from the subjects' locations. Subjects were heard to scream loudly, and both attempted to exit the pool. Before exit was possible, the couple went under the surface, the frothing stopped, and the pool went from red to clear approximately 48 seconds later. The decision was made to institute a lifeguard at the pool. After 2 weeks, a story was leaked to the press that the couple had eloped to an unknown location somewhere in Mexico. Research log, click to expand. 242 experiment number 17, abstract. What are the general properties of the water contained in 242? Does the water retain any SCP-like properties when removed from the location? Proposal, determine if the water is safe for human consumption while... Proposal, determine if the water is safe for human consumption both while in the SCP and outside of it. Required equipment / personnel. Bullet 2 parentheses 2 titanium atmospheric dive suits altered to fit the testing criteria. Bullet 2 parentheses 2 Class D personnel of like gender and race. Age range to within 3 parentheses 3 years. Bullet 1 parentheses 1 food grade titanium barrel. 190 parentheses 190 liter capacity. Bullet 1 parentheses 1 remotely controlled overhead crane capable of lifting 20 parentheses 20 metric tons. Bullet 1 parentheses 1 automated titanium siphon system. Bullet 1 parentheses 1 wireless communication system for separate links to and from both dive suits. Bullet 1 parentheses 1 home fumigation testing unit used to create a neighborhood subterfuge. Estimated budget data expunged. Status approved double blank 20 double blank. Doctors blank and blank. Results transcript attached for review. Contact Dr. Blank for a full lab report. Dr. Blank, alright, once you've entered the dive suit, we'll lower you into the pool. All you need to do is take a drink from the metal straw by your mouth when instructed to do so. Test subject A. I can't see out of this thing. Shouldn't there be glass here? Why is it all metal? Dr. Blank, that's classified. Just get into the dive suit, please. Sound of overhead crane followed by a loud splash. Dr. Blank, is the barrel full yet? Test subject B. Yup, all full. Dr. Blank, good. Remove the siphon and get into the other dive suit. You will not be placed into the pool. Just drink from the metal straw fed from the barrel when instructed to do so. Test subject B. So if I ain't going to the pool, why am I getting into that thing? Dr. Blank. Again, that is classified. We went over this in the debrief. Just do as instructed, please. Mechanical sounds. Test subject B. Damn, it's dark in here. There's no light? How will I find the straw when I... Oh, there it is. Dr. Blank. 242 experiment 17. Time 0 set. Test subject A. Please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience. Test subject A. It's pretty warm. There's a weird chemical aftertaste, but it doesn't last long. Dr. Blank. Good, thank you. Test subject B. Please take a sip from the straw and tell me what you experience. Test subject B. It's cool and tastes like, well, nothing. It's good. Dr. Blank. Okay. A. A loud, long belch is heard, followed by laughter from test subject A. Dr. Blank. Test subject A. What is going on? Please take another sip. Test subject A. Wow, I've got lots of gas. Ew, this stuff is really warm now. It stings my mouth. How much longer is this test? My theory is that it is like decomposing his body. He's farting out his own body. And it's like decomposing him faster now that he's drinking more. It's like higher volume. Trying to kill him quicker. Ew, this stuff is really warm now and it stings my mouth. How much longer is this test? Dr. Blank. Okay, test subject B, please take a sip. Test subject B. Yep, same as before. No taste or smell at all. The water. Is this water? It's cool and pleasant. Dr. Blank. Test subject A. Please repeat the process. Test subject A. Ow, redacted. This is really hot now. And hey, what the redacted? Is this one of my fillings? What the redacted? Is this redacted? Dr. Blank. Please just report your experience as succinctly as possible. Fillings can be replaced. Test subject B. Please repeat the process. Test subject B. This is boring, Doc. Seems like a lot of hassle just to give us a drink of water. Dr. Blank. Test subject A. Please repeat. Choking and gurgling sounds. Dr. Blank. Test subject A. Please respond. Sound of muffled scream followed by electrical shorting. What the fuck? Dr. Blank. Test subject B. Please repeat. Test subject B. Ah, yep, still nice. Did this shit like fucking convert into a special chemical in his body and like fucking electrify him into goo from within his own body? And now he's gonna turn into like a fucking goo pile of water. Test subject B. Ah, yep, still nice. Dr. Blank. Okay, test subject B. We're moving to the next phase, which is a full medical analysis. But you'll need to decompress before you can exit the suit. It will take several hours, so get comfortable in there. Please take a drink every time the indicator light goes on, and let me know if anything changes. Use the urination adapter as needed. Test subject B. Understood. Damn, that was easy. Test subject A is like, I'm dead. Test subject B is like, hot damn, I just got $1 million for being D-class. Testing was ended due to internal electrical and subsequent structural failure of atmospheric dive suit A. Retrieval was not attempted. Complete loss of atmospheric dive suit A occurred after approximately 15 hours. Holy fuck. What? Test subject B was extracted after 17 hours. No physiological changes were detected. Subject B's urine was recovered and showed no extraordinary properties. Subject B has been released to the Class D strike-through pool, unstrike-through group for future reuse. Fucking put her there. We strike through a pool. Whoops. What word was that you used on? You used a whiteout on? Oh, pool. I see. That's fine. I see why you're redacted then. Not fully redacted. Unredacted. The water remaining in the barrel was left to evaporate and did so within the expected time frame. No residue of any kind remained. Note, the use of 242 for possible disposal of any SCP-related materials that are difficult to manage is being considered at this time. Contact Dr. Blank for details and or permission for testing. You put 682 in there and it's going to take all of recorded time forever. Like, until time ends to kill it. I'm sorry, but it's not going to work. Yeah, at least not against 682. Artifact, liquid, safe, structure. Safe is debatable. Alright, let's move on to 243. Glad we got some more images. Item number 243, containment class safe. I was going to say this looks like a newer age article. The last one looked like so old school. It read like a fucking... Holy shit, we got an anomaly. Okay, what do I... Oh, I gotta make a report. Item number 243, containment class safe. Disruption class, VLAM. Risk class, caution. Level 2 restricted. Special containment procedures. 243 is to be secured in the geometric center of a standard containment cell no less than 16 meters by 16 meters by 16 meters. The cell is to be connected to an adjacent room of similar size and composition by one standard door. All exits to these cells are to be kept locked and guarded against unauthorized access. No eligible group, more than 4 identical inanimate objects, see below, is permitted into the containment cell, nor any item capable of producing such a group except as necessary for testing. Personnel entering the cell are subject to search and seizure of unauthorized multiples. You can't bring sets of greater than 4? Objects animated by 243 are to be removed to the adjacent room for study. Undesirable animated items are to be disposed of promptly by incineration if appropriate. In the event that 243 is applied to other SCP objects or to other items of similar value, the flock is to be separated and held in standard safe or Euclid class inanimate item lockers until the effects wear off. Following Incident 243-02, bringing eligible groups of weapons, easily weaponized objects, or dry cell batteries into 243's containment is strictly forbidden. Weapons clause. If it looks like a fucking toy that's gonna kill everything, probably don't bring it. Description: 243 is a mass of small dry cell batteries, all fused at their negative terminals into an ellipsoid approximately 30 centimeters long by 10 centimeters diameter. The arrangement is semi-fluid. The batteries may be rearranged by applying gentle pressure, though it is far more difficult to remove them from the central cylinder. 243's unusual properties manifest when an eligible group of objects is brought into its active zone. An area of indeterminate shape extending no more than 7.3 meters or less than 2.5 meters from the center of the item. The active zone's precise extent and shape change from minute to minute. An eligible group consists of 5 or more identical, nearly identical. An eligible group consists of 5 or more identical or nearly identical inanimate objects. Nearly identical items are those that a casual observer cannot easily distinguish based on attributes other than overall color. Eligible group members animate when brought into the active zone, displaying unusual flexibility and powers of levitation and locomotion. Cartoon Object Animator. They acquire a few basic instincts, including self-preservation and variously complex flocking behavior. Object flocks range from simple separation alignment cohesion groups, like flocks of birds or shoals of fish, to aggregates involving role specialization and formation of discrete subunits. Animated objects, also secondarily to flocking, tend to behave in ways thematically appropriate to an object of their type. Umbrellas form large shades, chairs make themselves available as seating, knives seek out objects to cut, etc. An item separated from the flock wanders aimlessly or searches for other flock members. Approximately 4 hours after separation, the item goes dormant and loses all apparent unusual properties. At this point, reuniting it with the group renders it animate again. 25 minutes after going dormant, it becomes permanently inanimate, losing all unusual properties and reverting to a normal object of its type. Whether intact or missing members, a flock deanimates permanently 24 plus or minus 2 hours after initial exposure to 243. Flocks displaying complex shoaling behavior frequently fuse upon deanimation into aggregates representative of that behavior. Okay, so they have like a tendency to refuse into complex groups. Addendum: 243 came into the Foundation's attention following a series of suspicious incidents following Blank Animation Studios. The unusually fluid, natural motion depicted in the cartoons produced would not ordinarily have attracted attention, but data expunged. Every desk lamp in the facility data expunged. The effects wore off in the usual 24 hours. Class A amnestics were administered to the animators involved and their families, all of whom remain under surveillance. Future blank productions are to be monitored carefully for evidence of further interference. Note: compare the characters in blank film Knick-Knack to SCP-1507. Further interference? Researcher Killian. Sounds like the light, from DreamWorks or whatever. IMAX. 1507. Interesting. Is this like the fucking this is the animated fucking this is this is the stupid fucking flamingos. All these text logs of the fucking flamingos. This is what's so odd. Yeah, maybe. I have fucking living flamingos in my house. Artifact autonomous safe. My bad. Okay, 244. Item number 244, object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. When not in testing, 244-1 is to be placed in a room with its own thermostat, kept at a temperature of no less than 38 degrees Celsius. This room must also have its own ventilation system to provide constant air circulation. 244-1 will rest on top of a scale attached to an alarm, so that any abrupt changes in weight from 244-1's cap, sudden removal, or from 244-1's displacement may be immediately detected. If the alarm goes off, 244-1 is to be immediately retrieved, capped, and placed back on the scale. In the event that 244-1 spends longer than 4 hours uncapped and active before retrieval is possible, initiate procedure 244-2123B. Description: 244-1 is a Tunisian-style earthenware jar made of common ceramics mixed with traces of date expunged and decorated with silver filigree. The inside of 244-1 always has an internal temperature of -37 degrees Celsius. The inside of 244-1 always has an internal temperature of -37 degrees Celsius and a 125% humidity, regardless of external conditions. Persons handling 244-1 invariably describe it as cold to the touch. 244-1 includes a cap of identical make and style to the jar itself. When 244-1 is uncapped, condensed water vapor will flow from its mouth. The rate at which the vapor emanates increases if 244-1 is left lying on its side or suspended upside down. This vapor is identical in composition to ice fog, with a temperature had to sneeze fucking 3 times in a row. This vapor is identical in composition to ice fog, with a temperature of -37 degrees Celsius and 125% humidity as it exits 244-1. Over time, this fog will disperse through whatever area 244-1 is in, lowering ambient temperatures and raising humidity levels proportionally. The amount of time it takes for 244-1 to fill an area with fog varies depending on the size of the space, the amount of moisture already in the air, and the temperature at the time 244-1 is opened. If 244-1 is left uncapped outside of any structure, it will produce water vapor and lower the surrounding temperature. However, the effect may be considerably diminished or enhanced by the effects of the sun, wind, local topography, and/or local vegetation. This makes me think of Aquarius. In any space where 244-1 has changed the environmental temperature and humidity to -37 degrees Celsius and a 125 degree In any space where 244-1 has changed the environmental temperature and humidity to negative 37 degrees Celsius and a 125% humidity, there's a chance of encountering 244-2, directly proportional to the amount of time that the area has been fogged over. 244-2 is a mobile 244-2 is a mobile gaseous entity, visible only as a dense cloud of grayish fog. Whether it simply uses 244-1's own fog as camouflage or is actually a part of said fog is still undetermined. Thermal imaging shows that 244-2 is far colder than its surrounding environment. How 244-2 achieves locomotion is not known, but testing and observation has made it clear that 244-2 usually remains motionless unless there is a source of heat nearby. 244-2 is attracted to any source of heat energy and will move to envelop such sources. Because of 244-2's own inordinately cold internal temperature, any object that comes into direct contact with it usually flash freezes. Biological heat sources, including humans, are invariably killed by the flash freezing effect, and mechanical or electronic devices ice over. 244-2 appears to grow in size as it consumes thermal energy. In a sufficiently large beclouded area, there may be multiple instances of 244-2. This is fucking horrifying. It's just living cold energy. You put this thing in the greater universe, it'll just fucking cold snap everything to death. You'll get a swarm of it just eating everything. This takes the gray goo to a whole nother. This takes the gray goo to a whole nother level. I have the book right here. This is the cold from Faction Paradox. That's the cold. That's the cold. 244-2 will not attempt. 244-2 will not attempt to consume heat sources with a temperature equal or greater than 600 degrees Celsius, and will actively move away from such sources if they are brought closer to it. Okay, so it has a maximal limit. For this reason, 244-2 is easily repelled with burning wood or other combustible fire. For this reason, 244-2 is easily repelled with burning wood or other combustive fuel fires. 244-2 has been observed to disperse if exposed to great concentrations of heat in a short period of time. History: 244-1 was first discovered in the basement of a recently emptied Chaos Insurgency occupied military base, where it completely filled the basement level with ice fog, and at least 2 manifestations of 244-2. It was retrieved by Dr. Morris with the assistance of Mobile Task Force Beta 62. It is unknown whether the Chaos Insurgency had placed 244-1 in the basement as some sort of diversionary tactic, or if they themselves were looking for it. Addendum: whether 244-2 is composed of Addendum: whatever 244-2 is composed of, it is certainly not normal water vapor. At those temperatures, mere water would surely become a solid, as indeed would most gases. However, taking samples of 244-2's material has proven difficult, as it is both gaseous and freezes most devices applied to it. I suspect that this may be related to the data expunged in 244-1. But studying that mineral has a host of problems all its own, Dr. Morius. We talking about Ice 9 in there? We got some Ice 9 in there? What's that? Artifact, Autonomous, Chaos Insurgency, Euclid, Gaseous, Predatory, Thermal. This thing's kind of freaky. Even though it's got good limitations, it's kind of freaky. Okay. 245. Item number 245, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Copies of 245-1 are to be contained on an air-gapped... Special Containment Procedures. Copies of 245-1 are to be contained on air-gapped computers. These computers are to be located on floor 10, section C of Site 88. Secure facility dossier Site 88. There you go. There you go. Individual iterations of 245.1 are to be monitored and completed on regular basis to ensure continued containment. Major changes to 245.1's game world are to be reported to 245's project head. Under no circumstances should 245.1's master password be revealed to any entities encountered in 245.1. Description: please see 245.1 zip for information relating to 245. Okay. This literally links to a zip file. It's 45.3 megabytes. Notice 245.1 will only run on a system utilizing SCP or the Windows operating system. Well, I don't have SCP installed, but you know. I need a password for this, so hold on. Let me fucking run the fucking virus game. What's this? We get a game inside of this? I didn't expect us to play a video game. What's this? What's this? The fucking dragon for the image. There be dragons here. RGSS3 player. What the fuck is this? Huh? Fuck? It looks like an RPG Maker game. What? This literally fucking links to a game. Alright, well, welcome back to itch.io Games. We're doing SCP games. This should be fucking horrifying. This should be fun. This should be horrific. Okay. What the fuck? Guess we're like playing a game in the middle of this. New user. Unidentified user. Selecting generic user avatar. Please enter your username. Press Z to select, press X to cancel. Okay, is that Dr. Bright? There's an error accessing the user file list, generating generic access token. Accessing 245's containment files. File access granted. Would you like to open the file now? Yes. Hello? Are you there? Good, you're finally connected. Thought you were just gonna stand there all day. Someone's supposed to log in and help me root around for problems in the game files. Is that you? Hello? Oh, for God's sake, did no one tell you how to use the voice-to-text features? What? This game is literally called SCP-245-1. Look, it's standard software on every Foundation terminal. Just activate it. You know what? You don't need to talk. I could generate dialogue options for you. It's just more work for me. Huh. Fine. There are 3 sites that can access this file, but you're using a generic access token. Tell me which site you work at, and I'll set you up properly. Me? I would probably be at 19, but for the context, this is for 88. Cool, I could just sync your token with Site 88 systems, and then I'll fix it. Alright, we're here because we're not allowed to do external modifications to this game file. But we still have to fix it. I know how to access the file system's backdoor protocols. Theoretically, we should be able to use those to move around the game world without running into any problems. And if we're really lucky, we won't run into SCP-245 while we're working. There are bound to be files laying around behind the scenes. They'll explain more about what 245 is, but I'll tell you what I can. 245 can't be described outside of a game environment. If it is, really nasty stuff happens. End of the world type stuff. XK, ZK, Y2K, whatever. We don't have time to get into that. If the game files are borked, then so is the containment. Don't worry, newbie, it ain't my first rodeo. I've had to do these repairs before. Heck, I've finished the game a couple times along the way. Though when I played last time, the game started differently. Look, I'll follow your lead. I might need your help to find the town. The arrow keys move you around and shift makes you run. You ready? The fuck? Am I Dr. Bright? Wow, that is a beautiful view. Wait, is that text? SCP-RPG, a story that could be true. We should go. Who knows what else 245 has slipped in here. Finally, jeez. Okay. That's the admin control room over there. Follow me. What the fuck? There's an inn? There's so much shit over here. Okay. We're just like fucking speedrunning this. What's this? What? Talking about Game World type of shit, yeah. Is that Chie? Is that Chie? Grandmother and grandson questline. Actor information. Grandmother alive. Grandson dead. Sure. Grandson's alive now? Please retrieve the actor before... Okay, I see. Sorry, I'm a little busy. You can fiddle with the NPC options at the terminals. Look around for more documentation. Either way, don't mess around with the actual game world until I'm done. Huh? He's working. What? Final boss questline. Status. Actor wishes for death. No edits needed. Fitting. How do I, like, grab grandson? SCP-245 is an entity which is incapable of being safely described outside the context of a working video game. When described by an individual outside of the appropriate context, 245 becomes capable of... Hey, I just got finished over here. I'm going to move on to the next control room. Since you can't talk, I'm just going to finish the job on my own. I really have time for a newbie, and it shouldn't be too hard for me to find the control rooms. Feel free to wander. I don't know, I kind of want to figure out more later and come back and play this. Primary quest line corrupted. Quest giver actor corrupted. Sand monster quest line editing. Insufficient animated crystals in inventory. Would you like to add items to complete this quest? Sure. I don't know if I could, like, grab the grandson actor. Where the fuck am I going now? I feel like I'm in Yume Nikki. This castle is much smaller inside than it is on the outside. You're not sure why. The Foundation.
Is it possible to forget how to be king? I couldn't tell you how long I've been here. Who do I have left to rule over? Who do I have left to rule him with? It doesn't matter. I'm supposed to tell you that a bandit ran off with my daughter. If you're a real person, get it over with and turn the game back off. I don't want to think about a story that only may be true. I don't want to think at all anymore. I don't know where the bandits are. If you find out, come back and tell me.
What? It's a fireplace. What's this? It's a copy of The Cave of Time on the bookshelf. Okay. Bigger on the outside? I'm not sure where our friend went, but I think it's time to leave RPG Maker Town. I love this game so far, but I didn't sign up to play a video game right now. As much as I want to.
Oh my god, another one. Are you here to kill me? That's what was supposed to happen. The story was so beautiful, and every story needs a villain. I said it to Godhood halfway through the plot, but I was always supposed to die. Then he came here and corrupted everything. I don't even know if you're real. There are no heroes left to kill me, just you, me, and him. And he'll never let me die. Kill me, wish me away, like a penny in a well, please.
Okay. Huh. Maybe I come back to this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where'd he go? Whoa, did you come out of the waste? No one's done that for years. My husband used to charge an arm and a leg to sleep here, but honestly, I'm just happy to have company. You need a place to sleep, go ahead, and hey, if you want someone to talk to, I'm all ears. What? What the fuck? We're inside an artificial game world for this SCP. You look around, but you can't find any more monsters. You killed them all. You're all alone. You are alone. Huh. Is there anywhere to go? What the? I'm not going to call you crazy for wanting to go down into a hole in the ground for absolutely no reason. I am going to ask you about it, though. Are you crazy? Huh? You crazy? You're out of your mind? Okay. What? We're told to, like, just wander around, I guess. Right? I don't think I can leave. Infinite Sand Dunes game. I guess it's really just telling me, like, how easy it is to make a game in, like, RPG Maker or something. Like, I really need to stop dragging my feet. It's, like, this easy. Is a hole a thing or the absence of a thing? While you ponder that, try not to step in the hole. I don't know where this guy would be. I don't know where he'd be. Here? Who's this? I can't believe someone actually made it to the town through the sandstorms. Look, normally I wouldn't ask, but we're desperate and you look like you can handle yourself. Can you go outside the town walls and kill the sand monsters? There are no guards left and my father was killed trying. If you kill 5 of them and show me their animating gems, I'll give you a map to the bandit camp. It might not seem like much of a reward, but they've kidnapped the king's daughter. If you get her back, I'm sure he'll reward you handsomely. I'll be here. Please think about it. I can't believe you killed them all. Maybe we can make it now. Here's your map. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to us. I got a map to, like, the fucking bandit zone. Okay. Site 88 access token. You can't use it. You can't use it at all. Okay. I was given required items. What is up with this? What? See quest giver. Huh. Data corrupted. I think whoever was here said, like, I'm not hanging out with newbies, and he was actually, like, saying, I'll help you out, and then he fucked off. I think he fucked off. I don't know, is there another way to go, and I'm just completely missing it? Hold on. Would you like to throw a coin down the well? Sure. Well, now you've lost a coin. What do you think was going to happen? What? Please, my grandson went playing outside the walls a few hours ago and hasn't come back. You have to help me. I'd go look myself, but I can barely move around the house. Where is he? Where's my grandson? Oh. Oh. What? What happened to my husband? I guess it doesn't matter. Let me know if you need anything. Huh. This is very confusing. I feel like this is broken on purpose. I'm just gonna save and come back. Okay. Huh. Okay, well that's 245. I don't know what to expect from that. Maybe I'll come back. 245-1A. There's a password required for it, but I don't know. Let's just move on. Hold on. Game, interactive, media, meta, narrative, prize, feature, save. Let's go to 246. I want to return to that, but I don't really know if I'm going to be able to do everything in one session. Item number 246, object class safe. That was fun. Special containment procedures. 246 is to be kept in a wooden crate within site double-blank secure storage. Researchers who requisition its use for experimentation are responsible for their own room arrangements. 246 is otherwise not to be removed from its container, especially for recreational use. Description: 246 is a 16mm film projector. When activated, 246's projection lamp lights up and the reels begin turning. When the projector is pointed at a screen or other white surface, a film appears, even though 246's film, hereafter referred to as 246-01, does not pass in front of the projection lamp. The film feeder has been welded shut, making any attempt to load 246-01 into the second reel impossible. Request to cut through or replace the feeder had been denied, due to the possibility of inadvertently breaking 246. Examination of 246-01 suggests that it is blank while inert, though high-speed photography shows images on the film when 246 is in its active state. Analysis of these images is underway. When replaced with any other roll of 16mm film, 246 continues functioning as described below. After using 246 with a reel other than 246-01, that reel exhibits similar properties to 246-01. Microspectrometer analysis of reels made blank by 246-01 has showed anomalous forms of redacted. Further analysis by Foundation researchers other than Dr. Blank is not permitted. Despite 246-01's content or lack thereof, when activated, 246 projects a short film in the style of 1950s educational films. 246 seems to have a limited degree of awareness, as a female D-class subject was shown a film entitled So You're Not Going to Live Very Long. Shortly afterward, she was terminated at the end of the month as per procedure. My god. An introverted D-class subject, blank blank, despite previous convictions for redacted, was shown 3 easy ways to remove blank. A film explaining tools and techniques for home surgery, and was subsequently terminated after his attempt to use a toothbrush as a surgical instrument. That night, Dr. Blank, employed as a surgeon before the Foundation data expunged, who had supervised blank blank, attempted to follow the film's advice. He was found dead the next day, blank and viscera scattered on the floor around him. Further experimentation resulted in the film's digestive systems of woodland creatures, 3 handy tips for handling amputation, and sightless eyes dealing with total paralysis, which involved graphic descriptions of stroke victims' slow death by starvation before being found by relatives. Well, that's fucking awful. All subjects suffered the described afflictions shortly after exposure to 246. Researchers are therefore discouraged from following 246's directions and to report any urges to activate 246 to their research supervisor. I wouldn't call this safe then. Artifact media predictive safe visual. Predictive or maybe like cognitohazard suggestive. That's fucking weird. 247, item number 247, object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. 247 is kept in an enclosure of at least 20 (20) by 40 (40 meters, furnished based on the plans provided by the redacted zoo and strike-through lined with SCP-148 unstrike-through. Okay. What the fuck? We've already read this, so... Like the telekill walls or whatever? Offset from the rest of Site double blank by at least 50 (50) meters in order to mitigate its psychic effect. As per current containment procedures for 148, its use in the containment of other SCPs is to be avoided if at all possible. 05 single blank. SCP-247 is to be fed 18 kilograms of fresh meat on a tri-weekly basis. Feeding occurs in a separate enclosure. Cleaning staff should enter the enclosure only during designated feeding times. No other access to the enclosure is allowed. The footage resulting from any violation of this order is to be archived for use in training the cleaning and monitoring of Staff 247. In case of contaminated breach, the entire wing must be evacuated and all live footage of the event. In case of a containment breach, the entire wing must be evacuated and all live footage of the incident heavily censored. The area 247 occupies will be sealed off and gassed, followed by the return of 247 to containment. If for any reason this should become impossible, a retrieval team will be sent in, armed with heavy tranquilizer rifles. Retrieval team agents must be specially Retrieval team agents must be specially selected for high reflexes, excellent marksmanship, and unquestioned. I'm gonna fucking slap myself. Retrieval team agents must be specially selected for high reflexes, excellent marksmanship, unquestioning obedience, and low empathy scores. Description: 247 is a Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris, adult female, which to all observers appears to be a harmless cat. Felis catus, juvenile female, with an orange and black striped coat resembling that of a tiger. Remote feeds and still photos also show this illusion, although it is unknown whether the photo itself is affected or merely the observer. 247's true nature has been confirmed by analysis of weight, water displacement, and dental molds made from bite marks. It is unknown exactly how 247 generates this illusion. There are two components to the illusion. First, a mimetic effect, which changes the perceived image of 247 to that of a kitten, and second, a psychic component which radiates outward from the subject, diminishing according to the inverse square law and reaching half strength at single blank meters. Any sentient being within this field comes under the impression that 247 is completely harmless, regardless of prior knowledge or experience. Individuals in this field also show extreme reluctance to harm or allow others to harm 247 even while being actively harmed by the subject. The psychic field can be blocked with 148 or avoided by striking from well outside its effective range. The mimetic effect is not blocked by 148. As of yet, no one has been able to see 247 as anything but a small striped cat. Typically, 247 will begin to purr or mew when approached by a human. The human will remark that this is adorable and approach to pet the subject. This has been observed even in persons who strongly dislike cats. 247 has been known to accept affection from its victims for upwards of 7 minutes before disemboweling and devouring them. Genetic analysis shows slight deviation from a typical Bengal tiger's Oh my fucking god. Genetic analysis shows slight deviation from a typical Bengal tiger's genotype, indicating possible contamination data expunged. All further breeding experiments require O5 level approval. The resulting hybrids have been designated 247-1. See experiment log 247A14 for more details. Addendum 247A. A series of tests in exposing 247 and the control subjects to various non-human animals. Control testing took place in an exact replica of 247's enclosure. Control A is a yellow kitten matching 247's apparent size and age. Control B is a fully grown Bengal tiger matching 247's actual weight. Experiment log 247A01. Date double blank 2010. Test subject, a mixed breed dog, mostly terrier, a known cat chaser. Control test A. Subject immediately began barking and ran at the control, which retreated up a nearby tree. Control test B. Subject cowered in the corner as far from the control as possible. Control took no notice of subject. Results. Subject ran towards 247, barking loudly. At approximately 5 meters away, subject slowed to a halt and became silent. At this point, 247 rolled over and made a mewing sound, believed to be a sign of annoyance. The subject retreated to a far corner of the enclosure with its tail between its legs. Notes: that was extremely odd. Further testing recommended. Researcher S. blank approved. 05 single blank. Experiment log 247A O2I through double I. Date double blank 2010. Test subject, a male tabby kitten with the same apparent age as 247. Control test A. Subject played with the control in the manner expected of kittens. Control test B. Subject climbed a tree and attempted to hide itself from the control, displaying visible signs of terror. Results. Test I. Subject approached 247 and mewed. 247 responded in kind and played with the tabby kitten. The resulting footage is extremely odd. At one point, 247 lifts the subject, which appears to be the same size as 247, with a single forepaw, while at another point 247 lifts the subject with its mouth, clearly showing that its mouth is much larger than it appears to be. The leading researcher characterized this as adorable but remarked that it gave him a headache. Due to a faulty recorder, this test had to be repeated. Results. Test II. Subject approached 247 as above. 247 made a deep purring sound analogous to a growl. Subject reacted as in Control Test B. Notes, this seems to indicate 247 has some degree of conscious control over its apparent appearance. Researcher S. Blank. Huh. So, like, its mimetic and perceptual effects may even be physical in a way. And that it causes, like, a fucking physical transformation upon reality. But it's kind of, like, anomalous even upon itself. Experiment log 247A03. Date, double blank, 2010. It's kind of like sucking in the fat in your stomach to make yourself look bigger. Like you're kind of like, you look like you're more muscular now. You look more thin. Maybe you can suck in your proportions when you're a like psychic entity like this to make yourself look like a cat or a Bengal tiger. Experiment log 247A03. Date, double blank, 2010. Test subject, an adult male deer, a normal prey animal for a Bengal tiger. Control B and 247 were not fed for 3 days prior to this experiment. Control test A, subject grazed. Control fell asleep 2 minutes into the experiment. Control test B, control attacked, killed and devoured subject, which behaved normally for a deer trapped in an enclosed space with a large predator. Results. Test subject. Results. Subject began grazing as in control. I can't fucking read sometimes. Holy shit. Results. Subject began grazing as in Control Test A. 247 approached it calmly and killed it with a single bite to the neck, then proceeded to devour the subject. Test was repeated without 247 being forced to fast. 247 completely ignored the subject for over a day before apparently becoming hungry and killing it, again with a single bite to the neck. Remarkably efficient. Notes, 247 seems to prefer humans both as food and for entertainment. Other prey animals presented to 247 were all killed in a single strike, while humans are invariably allowed to pet the SCP for some time before being killed, and are sometimes mauled and played with the way a cat will play with a mouse. Furthermore, the SCP has killed every human it has had the opportunity to kill, regardless of hunger. Researcher S. Blank. I am so sorry. My fucking god. Try and fucking tab into the window and I've maximized the volume, destroying your ears. Experiment log 247A08. Date double blank 2010. Test subject an adult human female chimpanzee. Control test A. Subject and control ignored one another. Control test B. Subject retreated to a tree showing some signs of unease. Control displayed some curiosity toward the subject but did not attack. Results. Subject approached 247 made noises identified as signs as Results. Subject approached 247 made signs identified as signs of affection and began to groom 247. 247 allowed the subject to groom it for over an hour, then messily killed and devoured it. Notes, this seems to be its typical reaction to unfamiliar prey animals. It seems to prefer to prey on apes with advanced social behavior. That was kind of my theory. It thought like the gorilla was kind of interesting and was wondering about it, but overall was just like, huh. I just got like another like silly thing, huh. Experiments with gorillas and other social apes have shown similar results. Essentially, 247 is a large predator that is somehow adapted to take advantage of the largest available food source, humans. We should investigate all future reports of man-eating tigers in case there are more such of these things. We should investigate all future reports of man-eating tigers in case there are more of these things. Researcher S. Blank. I'm going to slap the fucking shit out of my cheek. Because I can't stop stumbling over my fucking tongue. God, I'm fucking rich. Oh my god. Stop. 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 I'm so fucking stupid. I can't fucking talk. I'm gonna cut my goddamn tongue off because it just won't work. Experiment log 247A 12. Date double blank 2010. Test subject an adult female grizzly bear. Control test A. Control fled up a tree in terror. Subject ignored it. Control test B. Subject and control acted nervously and gave one another as large a berth as possible. Results. Initially, subject and 247 ignored one another. At one point, subject came very close to 247, resulting in 247 giving a warning growl. Subject responded with hostility. Test aborted due to possible harm to 247. I had a feeling. The bear was probably a little too strong for it, and it doesn't know how strong its powers are. Its ability is intended for social creatures. You get a fucking bear in there and it's gonna go, I'm gonna kill you. And we don't want that. Test aborted due to possible harm to 247. Subject tranquilized by Foundation personnel and subsequently killed by 247. Notes: future tests involving animals potentially capable of killing or injuring. Notes: future tests involving animals potentially capable of killing or injuring a Bengal tiger are cancelled. Researcher S. Blank. Holy fucking shit. Can I ever talk at all? I'm fucking stupid. Experiment log 247A13. Date double blank 2010. Test subject an adult female Bengal tiger. Control test A. Control fled up a tree in terror. Subject ignored it. Control test B. Subject and control greeted one another. Control test B. Subject and control greeted one another. Established the order of social dominance, then both fell asleep. Results: identical to control test B. Notes: interestingly, 247 was the beta animal in this interaction. Researcher S. Blank. I would assume this is because of the properties of the animal, not because of, like, social dominance. But I don't know, like, you know, put two of these in a room and see what happens, then figure out, like, what the alpha is, and put it next to a beta female Bengal or a beta male Bengal that is normal versus the alpha psi Bengal, and see what happens. Experiment log 247A14. Date double blank 2010. Test subject an adult male Bengal tiger. I did it again. Control test A. Control fled up a Control test A. Control fled up a tree in terror. Subject ignored it. Control test B. Omitted. Record of normal Bengal tiger mating behavior substituted. Results as expected. I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so goddamn fucking stupid. Test subject an adult male Bengal tiger. Control test A. Control fled up a tree in terror. Subject ignored it. Control test B. Omitted. Record of normal Bengal tiger mating behavior substituted. Results as expected based on control B data expunged. Results. Notes. My fucking god, can I talk? Can I fucking talk? I'm so goddamn stupid. Notes. Researcher S. Blank has been removed from this project for lack security in his experiments. Although in light of his injuries, further disciplinary measures have been deemed unnecessary. Data expunged. which seems to have benefited from a form of hybrid vigor, has been designated SCP-247-1, considering that 247 is likely to have bred naturally in the wild. Mobile Task Force Iota-5, Tiger Bait, has been formed and assigned to hunt down and contain or destroy all incidences of the hybrid 247-105 single blank. My fucking god. I'm the most stupid fucking idiotic person ever. I can't play a video game, I can't even talk and read without fucking up constantly. Alive animal cognitohazard Euclid event featured feline predatory sensory visual. Holy fucking shit. Can I just finish for the night? I'm sick of myself. Isn't I the Roman numeral too? I don't know, I feel like once we start reading so many variations of like 2 parentheses 2 spelled out TWO I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore. I'm just gonna read it the way it's spelled. Gotta stream Psychonauts? Well, I'd love to, but like it seems like chat can't handle their shit ever whenever it comes to like silly jokes. And that game is full of silly jokes like that, or I'm gonna be like, you need to sit down and stop being fucking stupid because this is my stream. So I just have bad memories playing that game. Maybe. You make one Psychonauts joke, and everybody's like, dude, huh? And then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing the game. Why, dude? Because you made the joke that I told you not to make. But, you know. 248, item number 248. Object class safe, special containment procedures. 248 is to be kept in a fireproof safe in Dr. Mize's office unless being used directly for testing purposes. The safe has a keypad-style opening mechanism. Any personnel of at least level 2 security clearance have full permission to access 248, as the numeric code is redacted. You could invert the colors and do that contrast setting to see it easier. I guess. At that point, it's just like a new mode. What about Psychonauts 2? No, I'm saying like, I would love to play Psychonauts. It's just like the first 9 hours of the game. There's like probably 2 or 3 jokes where I'm like, the last time I streamed that game, reliable chat members in the chat who I thought I could trust said really sus jokes. And so now, I don't want to play the game again and have the same thing happen. It's like, can I trust my friends to be normal? Back then, no. So it's like, is it gonna happen again? Can I just play the fucking game and enjoy it? Guess not, dude. Guess not. We gonna make the fucking weirdo joke? Description: 248 is a 25 page booklet of stickers, each reading 110%, with a small pressed imprint of the words "The Factory" in the bottom right corner. The booklet itself is 7.5 centimeters in height and 15 centimeters in length. Each page of 248 contains 2 of the stickers, making a total of what would be 50 But circumstances before its discovery have left only 49 stickers. 248 was discovered at a small house in Blank, Georgia. The object came to the Foundation's attention after 1 of the stickers was placed on an old, half-disassembled tractor in the family's barn by the youngest son, Ronnie Blank. The tractor was suddenly able to operate as if it were fully functional despite lacking much of the engine and frame. Agents removed 248 and the tractor from the family in exchange for a bogus coupon for free pesticides for the farm. The family was administered standard Class A amnestics. Wow, we fucking fleeced them.
Dr. Mize received 248 upon its arrival to Site-49 and took deep interest in its apparent abilities. The tractor is now labeled 248-1. See Addendum 248-01 for testing of 248-1. Testing of 248 has been approved by Dr. Mize. See Addendum 248-02 and below for preliminary tests. Remaining stickers in 248, 46, parentheses, 46. Addendum 248-01. 248-1 is a 1979 John Deere tractor in an extremely rusted state. Most of the engine is missing, apparently from a restoration that was never completed. The frame is also partially missing near the rear of the tractor where the driver would be positioned. A sticker from 248 is located near the back behind the left wheel. Upon turning the key to the ignition, 248-1 starts up and operates as if it were in pristine condition. It is capable of achieving speeds up to 42 kilometers per hour, slightly faster than a typical tractor of that specific model. Though the tractor operates with no engine, gasoline is still required to maintain power. Strike through. Further testing is required to understand whether or not the tractor would operate without a gas tank on strike through. Removal of the gas tank resulted in 241 becoming non-functional in all aspects. The whole of 248-1 is to be held in hangar double blank of site double blank for further tests regarding the need for fuel, but lack of engine to create forward motion. Here, take this fucking powerful magic banana sticker that'll make it work. Addendum 248-02. Testing of 248 on a blank brand computer. A sticker from 248 was placed on the motherboard of the computer, which was then started up like usual. The speed of the computer was greatly enhanced, as noted by Dr. Blank Blank, the owner of the computer. Diagnostics of the PC revealed the disk space to have increased from its maximum of 250 gigabytes to 275 gigabytes as expected. The RAM has also reached the expected 110% efficiency. However, the interior was also experiencing similar results. The heatsink was pulling off 10% more heat than usual, and the conductivity of the wiring was allowing electricity to flow 10% more smoothly than the best modern superconductors. Why the wiring is achieving such a high rate of non-resistant flow compared to the heatsink slightly above optimal cooling is not understood at this time. There's like some fucking weird math going on here on top of everything. Removal of the battery rendered the computer useless, just as in Addendum 248-01. Further study of 248 and power supplies has been noted for future tests. Dr. Blank Blank's computer is now labeled 248-2 and is to be kept in Dr. Mize's top desk drawer. The drawer is open via numeric keyboard, the password to which is redacted. Dr. Mize has requested that future tests regarding electronics attempt to focus at least partially on the implications of this high conductivity. Some form of electricity producing turbine or power plant could potentially increase energy production 1,000-fold. Put it on like fucking nuclear fusion tech. Addendum 248-03. Testing of 248 on organic matter. A sticker from 248 was placed on the forearm of a Class D who volunteered to work with this unknown SCP rather than being transferred to Site 19 for Keter duty. Initial reaction to this sticker yielded no results. Subject received none of the additional enhancements as seen in previous tests. After 60 minutes of exposure, the subject was still unchanged. Retrieval of the sticker was ordered to test the item's adhesive properties. Agent had difficulty removing the sticker while the subject was claiming to experience... Congratulations, you're a fucking idiot. Congratulations, Brendan, you're a fucking idiot. After a small talk with Dr. Mize, Agent had difficulty removing the sticker while the subject was claiming to experience extreme pain during the attempted retrieval. After a small talk with Dr. Mize, Agent Blank removed the sticker with much of the subject's skin still stuck to it. Microscopic examination revealed that the resin had bonded to the subject's flesh in the same way Navy-grade tape bonds to the sides of submarines to a... Microscopic examination revealed that the resin had bonded to the subject's flesh in the same way Navy-grade tape bonds to the Oh, I'm gonna fucking throw myself. Microscopic examination revealed that the resin had bonded to the subject's flesh in the same way Navy tape. Microscopic examination revealed that the resin had bonded to the subject's flesh in the same way Navy-grade tape bonds to the sides of submarines to withstand tremendous pressures. Chemical testing of the resin itself shows that it is consistent with average mass-produced resin used in everyday Scotch tape. The chunk of skin was labeled 248-3 by Dr. Mize and is now held in a vacuum-sealed plastic container. It is stored in the same fireproof safe as 248 in Dr. Mize's office. Holy fucking shit. Addendum 248-04, testing of 248 on 248-1. Attended removal of sticker. Agent Blank asked to try and remove the sticker with his fingers. After a few moments of failed attempts at scratching it off, Agent Blank is given tools to use. Tweezers, a pair of pliers, a pocket knife, a chisel, and a hunting knife had no effect on the sticker itself. This test, along with test 248-03, confirmed that the adhesive has properties beyond our understanding. After failing to remove the sticker, a second sticker was added near the first to test if 248 has stackable abilities. The first speed trial observed 248-1 reaching 84 kilometers per hour, which is indeed 220%. However, after a 15-minute period, the tractor showed advanced signs of oxidation wear. After a total of 36 minutes of use with both stickers, 248-1 had almost completely turned to rust and lost all form. At this point, the stickers fell free from the pile of rust and were gathered by Dr. Mize for testing. Results showed that the resin had formed a chemical bond, as with the biological matter, and only broke that bond after the original composition of the matter it was attached to had changed. It should be noted that there is no longer resin on the stickers and they no longer stick to surfaces. 248-1 neutralized. This feels like the computer... It is a computer attached to glue. If this item was mass-produced, like it was assumed... If this item was mass-produced, like it is assumed the other factory SCPs were, we could have potentially struck gold. If a power grid can be made to function without the degenerative effects of 248, free-flowing power could be possible at room temperature. I will personally begin researching the factory and its whereabouts as soon as High Command approves. Dr. Mize. This sounds awesome. I don't know what this is, but I like the lore for this. Sus Psychonaut jokes. I know what you're talking about. You're saying the game, but that just sounds like we're talking about this. Artifact Factory safe. 249, item number 249. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedure. 249 is affixed to a wall within site double blank. Access to 249 is unrestricted, though an accurate log of destinations must be kept and submitted to a level 4 supervisor every 4 weeks. No SCPs of any class may be brought or kept within 1,000 meters of 249 without level 4 approval. Description: 249 appears to be a windowless door covered in a faded white paint. It was first found in a house located within the small town of Blank. When open, 249 does not lead to the other side of the doorway, but to a random door within 850 meters. Items that go through 249 are teleported to that other door, regardless of what may be between the door and 249. When observed from the destination, the exit door appears to open on its own accord, and whatever goes through 249 appears out of thin air. When open, 249 takes on the appearance of the door it is connected to. When shut, 249 is no longer connected to that door and reverts to its standard appearance. However, roughly every 500 uses, 249 does not connect to a door within its range, but instead to a random location anywhere in the world, even locations with no apparent doors within hundreds of kilometers. When the 500 use mark approaches, common use 249 is stopped. When the 500 use mark approaches, common use of 249 is stopped and tests are done to record its exit location. Since its discovery, a log has been kept documenting these cases. See Addendum 249-001. Document 249A. In accordance to 05 double blank, all restrooms have been moved away from 249's range. Addendum 249-001. Teleportation log. 12-10-19 double blank. 249 is found and moved to site double blank. 24-6-19 double blank. Agent blank goes missing and is found weeks later in eastern Canada. Describes random transportation. 17-10-20 double blank. Middle of what appears to be the Sahara Desert. 4-12-20 double blank. Warehouse in a destroyed city. 4-12-20 double blank. Warehouse in a destroyed city resembling blank. 25-2-20 double blank. Madagascar. 17-5-20 double blank. When open, 249 releases a massive torrent of water. Agent blank, who was holding the door handle, shuts the SCP before sight blank. When open, 249 releases a massive torrent of water. Agent blank, who was holding the door handle, shuts the SCP before site double blank is flooded. Later, a fish found on the ground is examined and identified as a species living only in the mid-Atlantic deep sea trench. 22-10-20 double blank. Data expunged. 19-11-20 double blank. Agent blank requests use of 249 in infiltration mission. Request approved. I am so fucking stupid. 19-11-20 double blank. Agent blank requests use of 249 in infiltration mission. Request approved. Mission is successful. Brendan is fucking stupid. My fucking god. 19-11-20 double blank. Agent blank requests use of 249 in infiltration mission. Request approved. Mission is successful. I am shaking my motherfucking head so hard, so fucking often streaming this. Because I'm just so goddamn stupid. Holy fucking shit. Can I ever talk? No. I'm goddamn fucking dumb. Euclid portal teleportation. Fucking idiot. 250. There's a description to the image. SCP-250 taken before capture. It's a dinosaur. It's overlaid. It's the bones of a dinosaur in a forest. Item number 250, Object Class Euclid, Special Containment Procedures. 250 is to be kept in a 50 meter by 50 meter enclosure, simulating a prairie environment with padded steel walls 15 meters high and 1 meter thick. The temperature must remain between 20 and 28 degrees Celsius by day and between The temperature must remain between 20 and 28 degrees Celsius by day and between 10 and 14 degrees Celsius by night, with an average humidity of no more than 8%. This serves the dual purpose of ensuring that 250's overall behavior remains predictable and of maintaining the physical integrity of its component parts. Vegetation within the enclosure is being maintained on a weekly basis. See document 250 MB48 for details. Although 250 does not physically require nutrition, it is to be fed one live adult pig every 2 days in order to regulate its aggression and hunting instincts. The remnants of its meal are to be removed from its enclosure no less than 1 hour after the onset of its nightly dormancy period. This includes cleaning any residual biological debris from 250's physical components with compressed air and whisk brooms. At no point during cleaning are any 250's Oh my fucking god. Can I stop being the most stupid fucking person in the entire universe? At no point during cleaning are any of 250's physical components to be moved by more than 1 meter in any direction, as this risks disrupting its dormancy. Dormancy ends within 5 minutes of sunrise. Access to 250's containment during its activity period. Fucking bap. Dormancy ends within 5 minutes of sunrise. Access to 250's containment during its activity period is prohibited. Description: 250 is the eminent... Will you fucking look at this? Will you fucking look at how stupid and shitty I am? Description: 250 is the animate fossil skeleton of an allosaur, originally identified as Allosaurus fragilis. However, an incomplete scientific article found in the personal effects of paleontologist Dr. Blank indicates that this classification may have been erroneous. It consists of 153 disarticulated bones and 14 plaster and fiberglass replacements, held together and animated by an unknown force. Study of this force is hindered by 250's aggressive behavior, which has been assessed by Foundation Paleozoology. Study of this force is hindered by 250's aggressive behavior, which has been assessed by Foundation Paleozoologists as being well within theoretical norms for an Allosaurus. 250 emulates what are presumed to have been the standard daily activities for an 250 emulates what are presumed to be 250 emulates. Shut the fuck up. 250 emulates what are presumed to have been the standard daily activities of a living Allosaurus. It wanders the... "250 emulates what are presumed to have been the standard daily activities of a living Allosaurus. It wanders its enclosure by day, enters a state of dormancy by night, and will attempt to kill and devour anything which it pursues." 250 emulates what are presumed to have been the standard daily activities of a living Allosaurus. It wanders its enclosure by day, enters a state of dormancy by night, and will attempt to kill and devour anything which it perceives as suitable prey, including humans. Its lack of organs does not seem to affect its behavior in any way, except in that the remains of any prey it consumes will inevitably fall out of the gaps in its skull, neck, and ribcage, at which point it ignores them. 250 was first excavated as an 80% complete skeleton in redacted 19 double blank. Records from the excavation do not include any report of anomalies. In 19 double blank, it was transferred to the Blank Museum of Blank in Redacted, where it was assembled, mounted, and put on display. On the night of blank blank 20 double blank, 250 seized and killed an intruder to the museum. Although damage to the intruder's remains were so extensive was so extensive as to render forensic identification impractical, they were conclusively shown to not be those of paleontologist Dr. Blank, whose office in the museum was extensively vandalized that night and who has not been seen since. Foundation personnel embedded within museum staff reported the incident and 250 was taken into custody. Autonomous, Dinosaur, Euclid, Predatory, Reanimation, Rewrite, Skeletal. Fucking hope you enjoyed. Holy shit. My god. I fucking ruin it every goddamn time anyway, so it's impossible for you to fucking enjoy anyway with me complaining constantly. With how fucking bad I am as a content creator, how fucking goddamn shit I am, and how much fucking people tell me all the goddamn time how much they hate me. Every fucking roommate, neighbor, and every fucking other person in the world reminds me. I already fucking know, and yet I trip and stumble over my tongue every fucking millisecond. God damn, I'm fucking stupid. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking shit. Like, I don't even need to apologize, but I'm sorry for being like a fucking asshole to myself. But really, I can't fucking help it sometimes. And it's really just bear with me. And I'm fucking sorry if I ruined your content. But also, it's my content, so hope you enjoyed genuinely. But holy fuck am I tired of myself. God, I'm such a pile of shit. Anyway, hope it was good. I'm gonna go dipsy doodle on fucking have like the most anxious sleep of my life. That's probably why I'm tripping over my words so much. Because I'm about to have like the worst fucking day ever tomorrow. You know, nobody gives a fucking care. I'm gonna go have like the worst sleep of my life. Go fucking climb up a hill on my bicycle that doesn't have any air in the fucking tires to get rent money. And then get told that like I'm gonna be homeless or some shit, right? I'm fucking sick of my pathetic little fucking life. God, I really fucking hope I have a place to live tomorrow. Just because I fucking stream video games and talk. I hope you enjoyed the SCP Foundation Wiki stream. I do that too, but you know, whether or not I'm able to continue doing that is, you know, completely in others' hands. Yes, I can control my own reality to an extent, but I'm not allowed to have like my own rights. Anyway, see ya. Yes, I'm allowed to have my own rights. Let's be real about something right the fuck now. Reading all of this like thaumaturgy shit, god damn do I identify with that. I love it. I'm not gonna send you off with like such a sour negative note that we like fucking start with such a high note and end with such a bad note. I don't think I'm a fucking idiot. I don't think I'm the worst person ever. I think I deserve to have a place to live. I think I'll be fucking fine tomorrow. I'll pay my rent and whatever the fuck. 99% of my self-hatred is others fucking imposing it on me. So if you want to stop hearing me complain about my shit life, drop a follow, recommend this channel to others, and pay some money to the Patreon whenever it's up. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.